Hello there, and welcome to this week's Sunday Community Skirmish, week 233. Imagine that, 233 tournaments, 233 weeks. We've played this lovely game and this lovely tournament. My name is Sander, and I'll be your host for today. And we will get right into the lobby stuff. I do apologize for the delay that has happened. There was something that I had to deal with that I couldn't escape, and some problems with the technology, some actual technical difficulties. Yeah. But now we are started. We're ready. We're in the lobby. Everything's just going grand, and all is good. Amazing. So we're seeing. So for those of you who are watching the stream, I will be doing. So as you might see, the names of the two teams are very similar, and one of the reason why I didn't make them look similar. Now this is I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked for this later on. But I did change the look of it in the last second, mainly because, well, what should I really say? So I could actually see the difference. I am a bit sick. My voice is a bit hoarse. Yeah. So well, this is gonna be one interesting stream for sure. But thanks to all of you who are tuning in. Also, to quote my favorite philosopher and poet, my English is gonna be very yes this evening. Also, by the way, if there are some weird balances with the sound of the stream, I would very much like you to either tell me here on stream, or if you are in contact with me on Discord, I would like you to contact me on Discord as well. Something weird happened with my sounds. I'm not quite sure how the balance between my microphone and the in-game audio is cooperating. So again, it's gonna be one interesting stream for sure. And we are starting the match. So the first map of today will be Fight Over Fernfield. An interesting match for sure. Yeah, that is correct, yeah. So our two teams, the Dolly and the Cosmonauts, and Dolly and the Sundonauts. Obviously going with a Sundstrom-esque team name there. and we are in the match. The first ship of today on the cosmonaut side is the Almost Squid. It's a Judgment piloted by Rue. It got a it does have a Nemesis Heavy Carronade, an Artemis Light Rocket Launcher, a Hades Light Cannon, a Manticore Heavy Watch, and a Barking Dog Light Carronade. So a mostly long range. Well, actually, it's actually a bit of the good old mixeroo there. It got a bit of both. It got the Barking Dog Light Carronade for those balloon pops, and oh, it appears that we are in a pause. Actually, yeah, we are in a pause. It got those mixed combat styles with both long range and heavy range. Long range and heavy range, yeah, amazing. Long range and close range. The next ship of today is the Starlight. Love the name. It's piloted by the White Toilet Demon. It's a okay, so this is a split one. It's got a Hellhound Heavy Twin Carronade on the left side and the Hwacha on the other side. With a Banshee and a Gatling gun. I'm guessing the Gatling gun is on the Hwacha side. Yeah, I was correct. It's a lovely ship there. For some reason, yeah. Okay. So let's see here. The third ship of the day is the Almost Squid. No, wait. Oh, God. Okay. I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. If you would like to just give me 1 second. I do apologize greatly for that. Something happened, and I'm not quite sure what happened. But yeah, the third ship of today is the Akihabara Sunday. It's a junker piloted by our good old friend Arya. No, wait, not Arya. I mean Guras. It's a Skull Double Barrel Motor, an Artemis Light Rocket Launcher, a Whirlwind Light Gatling Gun, Artemis Light Rocket Launcher, and a Whirlwind Light Gatling Gun junker. It's got that bit of a mirror there with the double Artemis. Well, actually, not. Never mind. Not mirrored at all. It got a flak. Really? It's got a mortar and Gatling gun side for those a bit for the closer range killings, and the long range disabling side with the Artemis on the left side with another Gatling gun in front. The fourth ship of today is the galleon called Coca-Cola Esports. It is piloted by Sly Crossfox. So this ship is a bit interesting. So, well, not really. Yeah, so it is a Phobos Light Mine Launcher, Minotaur Heavy Cannon, a Lumberjack Heavy Mortar, and a Manticore Heavy Hwacha with a Typhon Heavy Flak Cannon Mark II and a Hades Light Cannon galleon. So it's got a lot of long range with also the Hwacha, which is interesting indeed. It's very quiet. Very, very quiet. So this is indeed so what it looks like is that Dionelli had to change her costume. And now we are ready. It's very quiet here. But we are seeing movement, definitely. And now the Starlight and the, well, basically the red team is really starting to kick off. We are heading off into combat. Yeah, I do apologize for the technical difficulties on this stream. And hello there, Delarum. I do greatly apologize for that. I am indeed also a bit sick, so my brain is not correctly functioning the way I want it to. So what better day to, you know, commentate on a competitive event? We got fire from the Almost Squid going into the Coca-Cola export. All ships except for the... oh, never mind. There goes the spot on the ship known as Starlight. The Starlight is doing a maneuver to try to get behind the galleon and get it with, I'm guessing, Hwacha, unless that was the right side. It was the right side, so the left side was... I'm gonna check on that later. Right now we got long-range fire from the Judgment going into the Junker, while the Galleon tries to basically just stay as stationary as possible to get as much fire and covering fire for his Junker friend into the Judgment as possible. Starlight trying to outmaneuver the Junker over here, while the Judgment takes most of the attention and damage. Galleon trying to pin down the Judgment. Judgment's trying to get away from the Galleon. And the ships named Shrike and Junker are battling it out. Way up in the air. Oh, a good Hwacha going in from the Starlight into the Akihabara Sunday. What an ass. The Judgment now getting as much fire into the Galleon as possible, with the Starlight was actually lost half of his permahull and most of his hull armor. Almost Squid halfway on the hull armor, but still actually managing to keep himself up there. But his balloon is getting popped a lot. Starlight, however, was able to get full repairs, except for a bit on the balloon, and, well, his hull armor is... well, not his hull armor, but his permahull is... oh shit! There it goes. The Almost Squid. The Judgment balloon dropped. More than half of his permahull down. Most of his hull armor down as well. Just scraping along the mountainside there. The foot of the mountain. The Coca-Cola Esports with no hull armor left. Oh, there it goes. The Starlight has been disintegrated. What a shame. The first point goes to blue there. Good job there, Sundo Knots. So now we have more engagement going in on the Almost Squid. Judgment's trying to revert back and get away. Doing his best to find his squid friend. Not squid friend, really, Shrike friend. A fair amount of long-range shots going in from the Coca-Cola Esports and actually hitting quite a lot. Hull armor almost down, balloon is down. That was a very close call there. Thing is, will Starlight be able to keep the Junker away without dying himself? Or will the Galleon come and aid his Junker friend and take him out? That is the question. There goes those super long range shots going between the Judgment and the Galleon. With the Judgment actually spotted, the Galleon has the upper hand by being able to stay from such a far range and do devastating damage to that Judgment. Right now, Red Team is not quite sure as to what they are gonna do. The balloon of the Gentleman is going down like all the time. It's not looking good for red. Oh. Well, that, yeah. The long-range shot going in from the Galleon finally took down the Judgment. Rip. Press F in chat for the Judgment. Strike just trying to get himself as far away as possible and out of reach. This is something that you see a lot in the STS. Those very long-range sniper battles. A lot of times it just comes down to who or whomst have the furthest reach and gets the first shot in. Yes, that is, what should I call it? That is inconvenient indeed. Especially for the red team now. Going with a bit of a closer range style. They have to get in close, especially the Starlight, the Shrike really has to get in close with its watch and the heavy carronade. Not the Nemesis, but the other one, what is called the Hellhound carronade. Very nice. Oh, and there the Shrike goes. And there Starlight is spotted, so he won't be able to get the stealthy sneak underneath that he wanted. Although the Judgment, if possible, the Judgment might be able to sneak around and get those unexpected shots in on either the Judgment or, no, not the Judgment, the Junker or the Galleon. Coca-Cola Esports, of course, pulling himself a bit further away, realizing he's on the edge of the map and has to venture further in. Right now, both blue ships on the Shrike, or well, at least the Junker. The Galleon still being very cautious about where the Judgment is, and there the Judgment is spotted. The almost squid didn't quite act as the squid did it. Now you have the closer range duels between the Junker and the Shrike, and the long range duels between the Judgment and the Galleon. Who will win, the Almost Squid or the Coca-Cola Esports? Oh, Almost Squid, hull armor down. Also a bit of perma damage there, halfway on the balloon. But the Coca-Cola Esports also lost, well, they've lost half of their guns, all their engines, and about as much hull armor. Oh, never mind, perma hull going down fast on the Judgment. Junker really going in there. Oh, yeah, and the Judgment goes down once again. Yeah, this is really unfortunate for red team. The Galleon being able to take down, well, the Galleon, both the Galleon and the Junker being able to take down the balloons of these ships so fast is a really big advantage for them. They're able to take out their balloons and basically just make them sitting ducks, scraping down the sides of the mountain. Also being able to put out mine launchers, being able to put out mines is very nice. Although I do think that the Judgment was the one with the mines. Oh, the balloon of the Coca-Cola Esports runs down there for a second. The Starlights lost 2 engines and most of their hull armor, and now starting to take a bit of the damage on the perma. About 60% of the perma is still up. Balloon is a bit damaged. Right now they're able to withstand most of it. The Judgment, however, is really going for that Junker, trying to secure that one kill that the red team has so long sought for. But it does not appear that the Galleon will allow such a thing. The Almost Squid lost its balloon for a second there, a lot of hull armor went down. The Akihabara Sunday, however, lost their balloon for a second there as well. Losing a bit of altitude, but still getting in there. So right now we have both teams neatly teamed up. The Almost Squid, however, lost its hull armor and its balloon. And, well, some of the guns are on fire as well. So, this is really not red team's day. Oh, there's a good few watches there from the Starlight going into Coca-Cola Esports. It appears that the red team is a bit more coordinated now, although unless that Judgment is able to dispose of that Galleon as quickly as possible. The balloon of the Galleon is pretty damaged and the hull armor is pretty damaged as well. But so is for the Judgment, never mind, just fix it. And will this be the day? Will this be the day and the time of these long matches that will occur this fine evening, at least for us in Europe? Oh, will the Almost Squid go down here? Oh, no, just barely not. And it was able to Goomba Stomp that Galleon just about. Good kill there for red team. Although the kill didn't come without its sacrifices. The Junker was able to take down the Judgment. The question is though, will the Starlight be able to take out the Akihabara Sunday before the Galleon turns up and wrecks everything? The Coca-Cola Esports has respawned, but it has respawned very far away. Thankfully, thankfully for the red team at least, the Judgment has spawned a lot closer, so the Almost Squid is trying to get into the combat as quickly as possible to help its Shrike friend. Having those long-range shots coming in from the Judgment. I have seen amazing clutches in these games and huge turnarounds. Will this be one of the greatest plot twists in anime history? Maybe. A beautiful kill there from the Judgment Almost Squid on the Akihabara Sunday. Beautiful. So congratulations on that one, red team. The question now is, will the red team try to go in immediately? Starlight with only half its permahull. Are now both teams being very elusive. Trying to avoid as much contact as possible. Sala just having a little peek over there. Trying to spot some of just trying to make sure where the enemy is. Might have been spotted as well though, but not quote unquote officially. Right now we're just in stagnation. Thing is, red has to go in and try to secure at least one or two kills if they want to at least draw this match. They have to get 2 perfect kills without taking a single kill themselves if they want to at least make this a draw. The timer is running out, only 5 minutes left on the clock. 5 minutes 10 there. What about you guys down in the chat? What are your thoughts on how this should go? I'm gonna take a wild guess as well. Petrification or at least Lorem. Let us see here. And now the engagement has started. Starlight rushing into combat. Being spotted, although the judgment has not been, at least quote-unquote officially spotted yet. Starlight being able to hide behind a mountain and shake the situation. Now the long-range fires from the judgment going into the galleon. Although I do have my doubts on how the judgment did that. Of course, trying to get in there and support his strike friend as quickly as possible. I will say that waiting until he was at least a bit closer to go in and fire out the galleon would have been better, since the galleon has a lot more direct killing and disabling power on even longer ranges than the judgment. As you can see, the Olbo Squid has lost its balloon and most of its hull armor. One well-placed flak without the hull armor. Oh, Starlight is also almost dying as well. And this is not going well for the red team, being almost completely annihilated. The Olbo Squid here, taking a lot of fire. Hull armor down. Maybe the mortar from the Junker will be its... No. Will not be its demise quite yet. Do not worry there, Petrification. Hello, Tim, and hello there, Delorem. Yeah, I will say though, I'm actually a bit surprised that the red team hasn't lost yet. I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I thought that the galleon would have taken out the judgment a lot sooner. I think the judgment was really lucky to survive that encounter. The Olbo Squid with its balloon down, and the Starlight taking fire from the galleon now, actually being able to evade most of the shots. But will that last forever? That is the question. Starlight now beginning to take fire from both the galleon and the Junker. And the galleon focusing the Junker, no, not the Junker, the judgment once again. The heavy fire going into the judgment again. Balloon's almost down on actually both ships. Blue, oh, it does actually appear that the Junker is taking a lot of damage. Most of his 3 out of 5 guns are down. Balloon's on fire, half the hull armor's down. Oh, balloon's down on the almost Squid again. We are doing overtime. But I will say, yeah, if one good flak hits, if that flak there hits the judgment, oh, it barely missed. It just barely missed. The Starlight and the Akibara Sunday just brawling in, just a little bit between themselves. I'm doing better fine there, Dopey Tim. How are you doing today? Oh, Starlight really going in there, trying to take out and disable the Galleon Coca-Cola Esports. It did actually do quite some damage on the guns. Hull armor and balloons. Well, the hull armor is now down, and balloons down as well on the Coca-Cola Esports. Oh. I apologize that we didn't get to see that. I'm guessing the Junker killed the Judgment in the end there. Which of course is unfortunate for Red Team. But as is the way of life. So, yeah. I will see you guys right away. And now, of course, we're about to start the best. The absolute best map of all. It's of course the Northern Fjords. And the timer has started. And again, I do apologize for the technical difficulties that we experienced early on. But I will say though that I think it worked out in the end. It is 2 minutes until lockdown of the loadout. I'm sad to hear that you're frustrated, Petrie. Anything in particular going on? Also, 1 minute left to lock. We're definitely seeing some other ship loadouts, yeah. And the lock is now active. The ships you see here are the ships that we will see in the match. And we are now headed very much into the game. Oh, what game are you playing? P3. And we are in the match. The first ship of today, flying on the Sundstroms, not the Sundstroms, the Sundonauts sides, is the Nihil Novi. The Nihil Novi, piloted by Guras of Guras. It's a... Is this an actual mirrored one? Because if it is, yeah, it's a mirrored Quadra, Artemis, and Gatling Magnate. Oh, we're already in combat. The second ship of today is the Coca-Cola 2. It's a Magnate. It's a the same thing. It's a mirrored Quadra. It's piloted by Slycross Fox. It is what should I call it? It is a oh lord! It's a mirrored Quadra, Artemis, and Gatling Magnate. I'm gonna call out the blue teams after this engagement. This is the -1, and this is the almost squid. Good old cosmonaut side there. Okay, Final Fantasy. Nice. So right away we got a lot more closer range engagements. Although the almost squid, I think, is the same loadout. Yeah. The almost squid is a judgment piloted by Rue. It's a lumberjack heavy mortar, a Kinolite light cannon, Hades light cannon, manticore heavy watch, and a barking dog light carronade judgment. Fourth ship of today is the -1. It is a squid piloted by the White Toilet Demon. It's a Werbon light Gatling gun, Banshee light rocket carousel, and a barking dog light carronade squid. Right away, the Nihil Novi is balloons down, a lot of damage on the good old hull armor, with both hull armor and balloon on fire, although the balloon just died. Just disintegrated. With the quote-unquote long-range fires from the almost squid into the Coca-Cola 2. It does appear that the Magnates have met their fate. Although a good Quadra going in on the almost squid from the Magnate, this might be the turning point for Red Team. Will the Red Team be able to secure the first kill? That is the question. With the almost squid with hull armor broken and 2 of its cannons down. Although the squid just came up to help their judgment friend. So you have both a squid and almost a squid. Very nice. The -1 actually taking out the balloon of the the Magnate, the Nihil Novi, and most of its soul armor as well, although the Almost Squid took a lot of damage there. It actually lost some perma damage there, which is interesting. A little bump there from Coca-Cola too. The -1 lost hull armor and actually half of its perma hull as well. Devastating. It does appear though that blue team has learned from their previous match. Me neither, Tim. I don't think I've actually played Final Fantasy. I guess that is 14. Yeah. Roman numerals, amazing. I am fluent in runes, good old Nordic runes, but I'm not fluent in what's it called? Roman numerals yet. Which I will be one day. Coca-Cola 2 getting half of Hwachain on the -1, and another Hwachain there with its hull armor broken. Just a little slither there of about, I'm guessing, 10 to 20, 15% of the perma hull down. The Nihil Novi with his balloon down, and actually this is the first time a red ship has lost any perma hull at all. The Almost Squid doing a good amount of damage on the Coca-Cola 2, especially when it comes to some hull armor and the balloon. Hull armor is down on the Coca-Cola 2 and it's lost over half of its perma hull. Oh, just continues to go down. -1 is almost completely disabled though. That's a good watcher there from one of the Magnates. Coca-Cola 2 being able to survive, -1 taking heavy fire from the Coca-Cola 2. Almost Squid and the Nihil Novi just doing a bit of Hwacha exchanging there. And such, that continues. Right now it's just Hwacha's going in from everywhere. -1 taking some fire as well, realizing that when his guns are disabled and oh, Almost Squid, hull armor down. A lot of perma hull there. It's about 40% left, which might be devastating for blue team. Almost Squid lost its hull armor and there it goes down. First kill goes to the red team. Congratulations, Sundownaut. -1, here is the Squid, he's nimble and he's agile and he's able to just do those quick what? I do unspeak of the Ramon numerals, I swears. No wait, not numerals, namurals. I do unspeak of the Ramon namurals, I swears. Yes. By the way, I have no idea where that accent came from. So, both blue ships went down to the hands of the Magnates. Well, I have never played a single Final Fantasy game in my whole life, so there's that for you. I've heard, however, that I've heard that the Final Fantasy franchise of games have a really complicated storyline, and the order of the games are a bit messed up. Might just be rumors, though. Almost Squid taking a lot of fire. Actually got a fair amount of perma hull damage there from so early on. Balloon of the Coca-Cola 2 is down. The Almost Squid actually quite disabled. Oh. Almost Squid, almost going down there, and there it goes down to the hands of the Nihil Novi. It's really just is not the cosmonaut's day, is it? Which is quite sad. Also, it kind of amuses me that we're doing a Guns of Icarus competitive event on the stream, and right now Chad is discussing Final Fantasy. Welcome. Welcome to the Guns of Icarus official Twitch channel. Oh, a lot of fire going from both the Coca-Cola 2 and Nihil Novi into the squid. With a bit of its permahull down. Question is though, oh, the Judgment has just respawned in. The Almost Squid is trying to get those long-range shots in on the Magnates, while the Magnates are still faithfully hunting the squid. Oh, will this be the... yeah, there it goes. Squid is now a status something that has no life anymore. Coca-Cola 2 must be quite exhausted. Yeah. There you go, Haggis. That is quite the exhausted ship. It's a bit... it's what you would call... it's a bit wonky. It tries its best. It's... it's a bit damaged. But it's hanging in there. Now the engagement will start once more. Nihil Novi burning a bit of the good old hydrogen there to get up. Continuing with kerosene. And really going for the Almost Squid. Almost paying no attention to the negative one except for the Coca-Cola 2, who is actually trying to disable the squid to help his Nihil Novi friend. Nope, full armor on the Almost Squid down. Way over half. Oh, it's like 25%, 20% left on the permahull of the Almost Squid. And there the Coca-Cola 2 goes for a ram. Well, a low touch there, and there it goes down. Never mind, it actually was able to rebuild its hull armor, but not anymore. Congratulations, Sindonauts. You did very well there. So big thumbs up for that. So now I am a bit confused, actually, as to whether or not the Sundonauts will stay on a red side, which we will soon find out. I do have the game covered, yeah. Thanks for that, Petrie. Although, yeah, it does actually look like... Wait, what? Okay, so I have realized that I have made an oopsie, but it works out in our favor. So that's good, right? Yeah. Peter is a bit confused. I am confused as to what she is confused about. It's definitely not first to 5, I know that. I will say that it's not first to 5 at least, because if you check the challenge and other quote unquote official information sources, it says definitely 5 maps, although it might be other certain rules that I haven't heard about. Would not be the first time. Do not worry, Peter Quiche, I am also, at least almost always, confused. Yeah, I do understand that. I am fearing a lot more ranged combat for this one. Yep, well actually this is not... Oh, never mind. Oh, it's the Shrooker. Oh, it's the Shrooker again. Good night, dear. Fun of the year. Oh, these are actually quite short-range ships, which is interesting. So yeah. It is 10 seconds until lockdown. Oh shit. What, Dopey Tim? Explain to me. What is it? That is two. That is two. Yeah, that is two. That is true, Petrie. And Paradin is a. That also might be why I'm. The thing is, I like. I don't know. When personally, like, I play my good old Cloudbreaker, the Crusader. Oh, Dopey. Oh, Tim. Oh, Tim. Alright. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. The first ship of today is the... Not first ship of today. The first ship of this match, ship number 1, is the Akihabara Sunday, piloted by Guras Guras. It's a skill double barrel mortar Artemis, Gat Artemis, and another Gat Junker. It's a Junker on the red side for the Jolly and the Sundonauts, and I have not changed the overlay. There we go. The second trip of today is the Coca-Cola Thnu. Haha. Yeah. Haha, indeed. It's a Skull double barrel motor, Artemis light rocket launcher, Wellman light Gatling gun, and a Monaco heavy Hwacha Spire. The third trip of today, which is getting fired on by the Coca-Cola haha, is the Shrooker, which is now going to die, unless it gets its hull armor up again, which it barely did. But thing is, taking heavy fight. Yeah, there it goes. It's dead. I can't do call-outs anymore. Thanks for that. The Spire also went down, the Coca-Cola Thnu, haha. Now the Goodnight Deer, which I can basically just do calls on now. The Goodnight Deer, it's a Spire piloted by the White Toilet Demon. It's a Phobos light mine launcher, Werwolf light Gatling gun, skill double barrel motor, and a Manticore heavy Hwacha Spire. Which is now without its hull armor. The Akihabara Sunday is actually able to pull up there. Although the Goodnight Deer is taking some bad fire, actually lost some of its perma there. Shrooker, however, which is a strike piloted by our good friend Ryu. It's a Manticore. It's actually a yeah, so it's got a Hwacha on each side now, although it varies between a Barking Dog light grenade and a Gatling gun on the sides. Shrooker going for the Junker and the two Spires brawling it out. If I'm not mistaken, both Spires should have Hwachas on the front. And they do, yeah. So, except for the Junker, all here are very much of the what? Very much of the Hwacha using type. Tim, I am very sorry that you now are down by a cigarette, and there it goes down. The Coca-Cola Thnu. Coca-Cola Thnu, haha. Thanks for that. Went down to the hands of the Goodnight Deer. It does actually appear that good old blue team, you know, the Cosmonauts, are actually, you know, pull themselves together and is actually able to overman their Sundstrom enemy. Yeah, I am very sorry for that picture, Kish. I did not, I completely forgot to switch the screens there, but it is now. Are you happy now, Petri Kish? And there it goes down. Blue team is actually taking down the Sundstrom team quite nice. Yeah. That's awfully nice of you to notice, Tim, that is an ongoing game. Here is a mine. It's a very beautiful mine. And it's all mine. Red team has just respawned, by the way. Probably discussing grave tactics. Nope. And the engagement starts. The first encounter between the Spire and the Shrike. Let's see if the Shrike just launches that good old Hwacha. Nope. And then the Shrike goes down. Ah, okay, thanks for that, Coca-Cooler than you. Haha. Okay, now it actually makes sense as a joke. Goodnight Deer actually lost a fair amount of perma there. Almost half of its perma hull. About 52% left. I guess less than 50% left now. Good idea, probably going down here at the hands of both red ships because the Shrike is not able to get there fast enough, I'm guessing. Red team really going for it, realizing their mistakes of letting them get 3 kills. Amazing cooperation there from both red ships, and there it goes down. Oh, what's sad to hear, Petrie. One deserves to be happy, although it may not seem like it. It's usually worth it in the end. Although it sounds very cliché. One deserves at least a tiny bit, just a slither of happiness. Oh, the red spire spotted. Shrooker going down in the trenches of the suburban jungle of concrete and skyscrapers. Very interesting indeed. And now the engagement has properly started. We're really going in there. The Akihabara Sunday just slightly peeking off there. Yeah, it is. It's properly balanced, actually. Just this once. It hasn't been completely one-sided. I'm actually rooting for the blue team here. If they lose this, they've officially won. No, they've officially lost. They've officially lost this week's tournaments. Although we might see that if the teams are interested in trying out the bonus round of the new map, the Kinforth map. We'll see whether or not that they're interested in that. We might be seeing more matches today. Right now, it looks quite. Yeah, blue ships are getting a lot more stable than the red ships have. As this map, this is a personal opinion though. On this map, this might just be me having not seen this yet, but I see that Shrikes tend to perform worse on this map in Paragon than a lot of other maps. It is able to maneuver and be pretty fast, but you need to get your sights on the enemy, and I think that on this map, having your guns on the front of the ship is very useful indeed. This just might just be my own preference of playstyle though, since as I've stated it earlier. Yeah, I totally agree on that, Haggis. Oh, cooler than you, haha. Has lost a bit of perma there. A lot of 18 fire stacks. That's dangerous. Balloons down as well. A lot of perma down. Just slither perma down left. Good Night Jera is well, it was quite damaged. It is actually still quite damaged and is on fire for the most part, but it's a lot less on. Well, it's a lot less damage than it was just a few seconds ago. Both Good Night Jera and Shrooker with whole armor down. The Shrooker really taking a lot of damage there. And there it goes. The Coca-Cola Than You goes down at the hands of the Good Night Jera, and the Shrooker goes down at the hands of the Akihabara Sunday. It's the final showdown. The showdown between the Good Night Jera Spire and the Akihabara Sunday. It does look like the Junker is actually able to perform quite well here. Not being not being disabled at all and not losing that much of pole armor. Oh, this might be it though. If Shruker is able to launch into combat really fast now, before Coca-Cola the New York is able to, we might be seeing an actual blue victory here. Good old victory for the cosmonauts. I'm rooting for you guys. I believe. I believe. That was horrible. I apologize. In the name of my ancestors and my future relatives and associates. And here we goes. Red team wins. So that officially makes the victory go to the Sundonauts. The Jolly and the Sundonauts. So congratulations to you. So congratulations to you, Guras, Dementio, Exterminator, Arya, Slycross Fox, Sunstrom, Faded Silhouette, and Roby Rutan. That was one interesting match indeed. So that makes it... Well, I can't say anything but congratulate the victors. It does appear that we might be doing a Kin's fault. Yeah, it looks like we're doing Kin's fault. Let us see here. Let's get this up and going. Oh, everyone left. Okay, we will be right back then. There we go. Actually, when I think about it, so Anglia is quite up north. Got a lot of northern lights. It might not be baronies, and it might not be fjords. But you know what? You know what? Boom. Guess you didn't... You know... Guess you didn't expect that. Boom. Yeah. So Here it is. T. I'm just so funny. Am I right? Oh, wait. What? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I was a bit confused there. Because I didn't have an Icelandic flag just lying around. I'm sorry. But then again, I guess it would be quite strange for a Frenchman to just randomly have a, I don't know, a Venezuelan flag just lying around. Hello. My name is Dr. Sander Volda, and welcome to Sander Volda Presents Fun with Norwegian Flags. Did you know that it was actually first thought that the Norwegian flag was created and drawn by a kid showing it to his parents? Of course, this is not properly looked into. Well, it is properly looked into, but it's not. People are not completely sure as to how the Norwegian flag came to be, exactly how the Norwegian flag is. Although I think that it's most likely that there was a guy who actually drew it properly. But there is this long-running myth that I think has been debunked, or it might have been real as well, that there was a kid who drew the Norwegian flag and showed it to his father. Because who doesn't have a Norwegian flag just lying around? Norway is the best way. Also, it's been a long-running discussion. Well, it's been at least a quote-unquote heated discussion, as Estonia really wants to be part of the Nordic. And for those of you who doesn't know every single country in the Nordic consists of the Scandinavian countries Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, and also the countries of Iceland and Finland, which all have they all have pretty similar flags, as well as, well, Delorum. That's, I'm actually not going to argue with you on this one. But yeah, the first ship of this match, the Coca-Cola God's Nectar. It's a galleon piloted by Slycross Fox. It's a Phobos light mine launcher, Manticore Heavy Watcher, Manticore Heavy Watcher, Manticore Heavy Watcher, and a Manticore Heavy Watcher. And they were wearing light Gatling guns. So it's a quad Watcher galleon. Nice. And you also got the Nightmare Fuel. Is a Mobula piloted by Gures Ogures. It's got an Artemis, Gas, Phobos, a light mine launcher, an Artemis light rocket launcher, and a beacon flare gun. The third ship is the Great Fitzgerald. It's a, let's see, it's a Pyramidion piloted by the White Toilet Demon with a cannon mortar in front and a beacon and a Banshee on the side. Fourth ship of this match is the Shruker. It's piloted by Rue. It's a double Hwacha with a barking dog and a whirling cat. Shrek. But yeah, anyway, so back to Estonia and the Nordics. So all of the Nordic countries, as well as the smaller colonies and the other islands under the sovereign states of, for example, Denmark and Norway. For example, Greenland and the other one, the one which I can't remember the name of right now. I know the both the Norwegian and the Danish word for it, but I do not know the English word for these areas. What are Red Team doing? I think they're actually trying to... just setting fire to themselves. Well, isn't just that nice. Yeah, if you ever finished anything, Tim, then you go to Finland, because all of those, everyone in Finland is Finnish. They are Finnish. They are finished. Yep. But yeah, so Estonia has had a lot of history with both Sweden and Finland, and they feel like they identify more as being a Nordic country than being a country. I don't remember the name of the quote-unquote collaboration between countries that is Estonia, Lithuania, and what I would like to call the third one, which I can't remember the name of, because yes, very much good. Oh, Latvia, oh my god, yeah, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. So they want to join the Nordics, and they have said that if they're allowed to join the Nordics, they'll actually change their flag to be a Nordic cross, which obviously is the same kind of cross as you find in both the Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, Icelandic, and the Finnish flags. Welcome to Nordic History Channel. Don't worry, that's rhetorical. I won't laugh. Shruker getting a good watch in there on the galleon. Man, I just got so into Nordics that I kind of forgot that there's an actual match going on, and I'm the commentator. Oh my. Yeah, so Shruker taking heavy fire from the Nightmare Fuel. Nightmare Fuel ramming the Shruker from underneath and behind. Nice. Mobula, however, taking a lot of damage. Hull armor down and almost completely dead. My oh my. The great Fitzgerald just took down the Nightmare Fuel to glorious explosions of colors. Now the Coca-Cola God's Nectar, not afraid a single bit. It's got 4 Hwacha cannons and are not afraid to use them. Although I am pretty sure that one of them just got... oh, no, not all the way, but almost. It's on fire at least. Engines are down. All the engines are down, and now it's down. It might appear that we'll have to, you know... Okay, so same trip, same loadout. So we're gonna restart the match. Right now we are waiting for the new lobby to go up. And there it is, the new lobby. Amazing. Time Traveler? Is there a title called Time Traveler? So, give me a second. It appears that something has happened. That is strange indeed. And we are back. So for some reason everything was just completely lagging behind. And we are back. Very sorry. There are still some technical issues that needs to be addressed. But I should be fine now. So we are doing some extra ships here. Because I'm not quite sure what's happening. But it is definitely something. Do not worry, DeLorean. Even if the Froggo is messed with. Footballo is something that needs to be addressed. As is the purpose of the Froggo. As is the way of the Footballo. And such is the way of life. Such is the way of nature. And such is the way of the Greenland shark. I think it is very much fun. Aitiga. If you're talking about the game is a lot of fun. It's got a good, well, not good, it's got a fantastic community which takes a lot of care of each other. And when you first get into the game and like really get into the community, you're gonna have a hard time leaving. Oh, and here we go, we're heading into the match. Although, Aitiga, you shouldn't judge the quality. You shouldn't judge the quality of the game on my commentary. Because, as I've stated, I've been a bit sick. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties and trying to get the stream as proper as possible. I'm gonna be completely honest, Aitiga. If you're gonna stream Guns of Icarus, I think it's a good game for streaming. I think it is. Yeah, we have a lot of streams. My name is Sander, by the way. Atiga. I stream the. When I'm available, of course. I stream the Sunday Community Skirmish, which is a weekly competitive tournament in this game, which we do on the Sundays. There are also a lot of other different happenings and events that are also streamed. That either developers or other organizers are. I highly recommend you buying the game, Itiga. That is a lot of fun, but it is strictly multiplayer. And you can't play it without an internet connection. Unless I'm completely wrong that you can play some parts of it without. If that is the case though, please do correct me on that. Developers in chat. So by the way, this new map, it's amazing. So the evil pirate down here is one of our organizers, Richard Lemoon. He just had to go in here so that we could get the good old points properly. Some issues with that, I think. I'm gonna be honest with you, Aichiga. I haven't played it on PS4, so I can't really say anything about if it's better on PS4 or PC. Yeah, for streaming, I think PC is better, definitely. Yeah, I know that there's been rumors about that, Astro. Yeah, so thanks for that, Dolorum, one of our fellow developers of the game. You can't play this game without an internet connection. Then again, even though you can play solo, you would still prefer to play this game with friends. So we're already seeing a good amount of combat here. Oh! Are these actually new ships? Yeah, they did actually change their ships. I thought that they would still use the same loadouts. I thought that was an agreement. But whatever. A Jeep Indigo without its hull armor, but it is a Corsair after all, so it still takes a beating afterwards. Balloon down as well, which did not work in the favor of the Junker. Super Goomba Stomp right there. Yeah, boom. That was actually it was like dropping a rock on a bug. Damn. The Whale on the loose is still on the loose. The Junker, piloted by our friend Dementio. Okay, so we've changed it up a bit. Dementio here, yeah. It's a skill double barrel model, Phobos Light Mine Launcher, Mercury Field Gun, Phobos Light Mine Launcher, and a Robin Light Gatling Gun, and Junker. The second ship of this match, which is also a red ship, which just died, is the Inferno Club. It's also a Junker, piloted by Dmitry Koroshkov. Yes, very well. Which is a Banshee-like rocket carousel. Yeah, triple Banshee. Damn, that's a lot of Banshees. 3 Banshees, a Phobos Light Mine Launcher, and a Raven Light Gatling Gun. The fourth ship is the party boat. The third ship is the party boat, piloted by Rev. It's a jungle with an Echidna Light Black Cannon, a Barking Dog Light Carronade, a Banshee Light Rocket Carousel, another Barking Dog Light Carronade, and a Phobos Light Mine Launcher. The fourth ship of today is the Deep Indigo. It's a Corsair piloted by the White Toilet Demon. It uses a Manticore Heavy Watcher, two Manticore Heavy Watchers, a Hellhound Heavy Twin Carronade, a Whirlwind Light Gatling Gun, a Banshee Light Rocket Carousel, and a Javelin Light Harpoon Gun. Will we see another one of those good old Goomba Stomps? No, we do not. I'm sorry I was a bit distracted there, so there wasn't a lot of commentary. But yeah, if you have any questions in chat, Delorums is one of the developers on the game, so if you have any questions, he should be able to answer at least most of them. And there it goes. The ship by the name of the Whale on the Loose has finally been caught. And there it goes. The Inferno Cop went down to the hands of Blue. Which is quite interesting because, well, and then again, I don't think any... Like, no, I don't think like they're actually playing quote-unquote seriously, any of them. But what I will say is that the blue team has not really been doing very well this tournament. But right now they're playing a lot better than they were earlier. But then again, that might just be because they're using more meme builds and the enemy is not playing as seriously as they were in the actual tournament. We're going up to 7 kills this match though. Nope. There's a lot of fire coming in from the Inferno Cop there on the Deep Indigo. Will this be the death of Deep Indigo? Yo, balloon down on the Inferno Cop, but Deep Indigo goes down to the hands of the Whale on the Loose. And there it goes down. The Inferno Cop goes down by the hands of the party boat with a good old Goomba Stomp and a few mines in there as well. Party boat versus Whale on the Loose. The Whale on the Loose is more damaged, but the party boat has lost a lot more of its perma-hull. Whale on the Loose, they're dropping a lot of tar. Purple was able to just get out there, burning a bit of hydrogen there. Balloon was losing a lot of damage, and now it's really on fire as well. This is not good. That Banshee is not going in the Blues' favor. Nope, tried to do a bit of tar there, but stopped. This might be the death of the party boat, although the party boat was able to take out the balloon of the Whale on the Loose. Deep Indigo going for a ram there. Boom. Devastating. Another watcher going in there. And there it goes down. The party boat went down to the hands of the Whale on the Loose. The two other ships now trying to take down the Deep Indigo. But the Corsair, as quick as it is, quickly withdraws. Deep Indigo with his hull armor broken. Yeah, that does kind of sound like a band. But the death of the party boat, if that sounds like a band, what about the Deep Indigo demise? Terrible B movie horror, wow. And there it goes. The demise of the Deep Indigo. The Inferno Cop firing away at the party boat, although it is using Banshees, but it's not aiming for the balloon, which is quite interesting. The Banshees, of course, being real effective against balloons, although they might actually be using Incendiary. It does actually look like they are. Oh, the Deep Indigo going in again. Party boat taking heavy damage, and there it goes, the death of the party boat once more. Will this be the return of the Deep Indigo demise? It may not be, actually. The Deep Indigo is really going away. It just... Yeah, I can agree with that one. Deep Indigo demise could be a Stephen King novel. Actually, to be honest, it could be a story from H.P. Lovecraft as well, when you think about it. Deep Indigo demise could very well just be Lovecraft as well. Yeah, okay, so there's this is match point, by the way. It does appear that blue team will lose this match as well, once more. Unless party boat is able to quickly dispose of the Inferno Cop. Deep Indigo taking a lot of damage there. Hull armor way over half. Oh, okay, repaired again, but its permahull is really damaged. So one hull, one armor down should do it. Yeah. So another victory for Red then. Well, congratulations, Cindo Nauts once more. And now Richard Lamoon is coming in to join you. The evil pirate. I do apologize there, Astro Torkoal, but I do not speak. How was it called? Nearthal. Yeah. But so one more kill from red team should seal the deal. Red team now just slamming into mines, throwing tar on themselves. Got no real clue as to what they're doing, but then again, the tournament itself has ended. This is just, you know, willy-nilly flying around. There it goes. One more kill for blue team. Wait, what? Actually, no. I think Richard has actually put himself up as a separate team, and he got the kill. In which case, blue needs to secure that. Don't worry, Junker. Don't be so tilted. Yeah, this is the boss battle. It's Richard against everyone else. Richard and his AI with all of the flags. Although Deep Indigo is ramming and using Quadras. Never mind. Richard completely just annihilated him. Richard Lamoon. Poor Richard. All there by himself. The little trip. I mean, this trip is what really makes people, you know, this trip is what really makes people just completely and utterly tilt. Hey, don't. That was amazing, okay? That was an amazing joke. Everyone's a little split up there. Well, you better believe it, Astro. Because as far as you've seen, you've only seen the joke once. There is a 60-second delay. Oh shit. Okay, I realized that turned out a bit not as intended. There's a 60-second delay on the stream. So whenever I talk, you hear I say things 1 whole minute before you can hear it. And when you type something in chat, I see it immediately, but you won't see the answer until a minute later. And whenever you respond to something going on in stream, you respond to something that happened 1 minute ago for me. So that is why if I made a joke, I won't know if you found it funny until a minute later. The evil pirate just, you know, going around and ruining people's lives. What is he doing? Just, sure. You know what, sure. That's fun. Well, red team will win this match anyway because of the timer. 30 seconds left. People want to add overtime. Oh, Wayland Blues really just rushing in there. I'm not sure if red team is killing... Yeah, they are actually killing themselves. Partible just being super quick. Oh, really? Okay. So what is going on? What is even going on this stream, man? I'm so confused. What? What is going on? I'm so confused. I mean, it is a beautiful map though. Yeah, Astro, you know, it's proper time travel. I know this sounds weird coming from the commentator, but can't red team just end blue team already? No, something's happening over there. No, it's actual combat. Oh lord. It's match point. It is the match point. It's the matchest of points. Oh, yeah, that's right, the sky changes. And Richard is trying to brag as to how well he made the map. Although, to be fair, Richard, I do love the map. It might actually be one of my favorite maps in the game. So you know, credits to you there. Oh lord. If it wasn't you who gave them the speed then, Richard, I was actually for sure thought it was you. And that couldn't have been 100 times the regular speed. I don't actually think that was 100 times the speed. Couldn't have been. Will it be the duel between the Whale on the Loose and the Deep Indigo that decides this fine match? Might very well be. But that watch was a bit misplaced there. That is true. You did try and you did succeed. Well, I didn't even see who won. Oh, it was Blue Team. Well, congratulations, Blue Team. You got a victory in the end. Congratulations, Cosmonauts. Well, that was the last match for tonight. My name is Sander. This has been week 233 of the SES, with our victor being the Joy and the Sundonauts. So congratulations to them, and I'll see you guys next week.